Finally, finally, I'm here. Hello and welcome to this live stream. Okay, it's better. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, let me make sure that everybody hears me, everybody sees me. I am here, you there. Okay. All right. Yes, we're all here. Perfect. Perfect. Welcome, welcome, welcome to this live stream. I'm so sorry, guys. We haven't had a live stream for almost 2 weeks, but that's because I have been studying. I have been studying filmmaking in Los Angeles. Now we stopped for a break. The break is going to last 2 weeks. So we're going to have 2 live streams, and then I'm back to LA for a month. And the whole January is going to be just studying. Maybe we'll have some breaks and I will be able to go live on Tuesday, 12 p.m. But unfortunately, what we have on Tuesday, we have our editing classes. So I just sit in the classroom. I'm unable to just, sit down and talk to you. But yeah, welcome. Tell me, how have you been? Tell me how you're doing. Yes, Mexico, Egypt, India. Hello everyone. I missed you so much, guys. I'm so happy I had time to release the videos, but I'm so unhappy I haven't been able to talk to you live. Hey. Hello everyone. Okay, the topic for today's live stream is actually talking about 2018. So I think I will be releasing a video about my New Year's resolutions for 2018. I love this topic, and I also love to, just sit down and thank myself, thank people around me for whatever happened in 2017. So yeah, just let me know, do you have any plans for 2018? Do you have something in mind, like something big, like, okay, in 2018 I am like moving to the United States or whatever? So my goal for 2017 was actually, one of the goals was getting a green card. I'm so happy I got it, because I applied in March 2017 and then I got it in September. So one mission accomplished. For 2018, there are so many goals I wanted to talk about. I actually have the whole book with me here, and I wrote something down for you so I could, so I don't forget things. Oh, by the way, another accomplishment, we reached 100,000 people on this channel, and I don't know, this is too, this might be too positive, like a positive plan to get 200K this year. I don't think we're going to be able to make it because it's 19th December, but I think we're going to get 200K in 2018, which is super exciting, super exciting. All right, let me see what you're writing here. Okay. Yeah, let me know. I'm asking you about your plans for 2018. Okay, yeah, you're applying to colleges. Yeah, just like I want to write a book. I'll talk about my book. Book is something exciting. I actually wrote it like half a year ago, but it took me a lot of time to translate it because I started with Russian and then I decided, wow, I should do it in English as well. Okay, so yeah, 100K on the channel, 200K on my Russian channel, which is also cool. Green card, NIFA, my studies. So I'm so happy that this year I told myself, hey, Marina, you need to study. You need to study every year. Every year has to bring something new. And I'm so happy I decided to go and study. This is like an amazing choice. So yeah, 2 weeks into studies, they're super intense. I'm learning so much. The best thing that I'm learning is actually people that I'm meeting. We have an amazing group, 7 people from all over the world. Super cool guys, super exciting. Another thing really cool this year, 2017, I got back to singing. And it started with just singing classes. So I went to this karaoke workout in San Francisco. So I went there. I did some workouts. I even recorded a song. If you've been following me for like maybe 5 months ago, I released it. It was like a video. So my goal for 2018 would be continuing studying, continuing singing, because singing is something that I'm really, really passionate about. There are those people who are like natural talents and they just go and sing. I'm not that one. I have to work on my voice really, but I'm so happy I can do that. So that's another thing. All right, let me take a look what you're writing here, because I want this dialogue. I wish we could just sit down all together, and chat. I want to go into Stanford. Oh yeah, Stanford is a dream school. Every time I go there, every time I'm on campus and I see those palm trees and I see students' happy faces, I'm like, I am so jealous you guys get to study in California, in Stanford, because my university in St. Petersburg, yes, it's a very beautiful city, but it's one building, and you're surrounded by, houses and cars, and we have winter that lasts for like 6 months in a year. You just have snow and it's all gray and dark. And here in Stanford, you get sun all year round. You get palm trees. You're all happy. I don't know. I feel so jealous when I see Stanford. Thank you for perfect English. Thank you, guys. Okay. Where are you from? I am from Russia, but I live in San Francisco now. Okay. Is there a problem to get US visa if you play green card lottery? No, it doesn't really affect your chances. I really appreciate your voice. Thank you. Okay. Yes. So yeah. Next thing that we accomplished in 2017. I mean, now I'll be talking a little about LinguaTrip because this, like, my company is 70% of my time probably. 70% of my time when I'm not studying. So yeah, we launched Fluent Express. If you guys checked it out, it's fluent.express. It's a service where you can upload your English text and it gets corrected by a native speaker. This is something I needed for myself, and I'm so happy we were able to launch it. It took us a while to develop the whole thing, and the back end is a little complicated. But yes, it's out, and yeah. Let's talk a little about my book. So my book is actually, so I wanted to write, I didn't want fiction. I didn't want a story. I wanted something that you can use. Like if you're applying for an American university, if you need financial aid, like you can open the book and you can just highlight things that are applicable to you. So this book is my story of starting with, when everybody told me, you're 25, it's too late to go and study. And it finishes with this acceptance letter from the University of Florida with full financial aid. And there is so many things that happened in between, because when I just realized I wanted to study in the States, I didn't know anything about the United States. Like, well, I knew, I've been there a couple of times, but I was a tourist. I didn't know anything about applying. I have never taken TOEFL or GMAT. Those were like new words for me. And when I just realized I wanted to do that, I realized also that it was a little too late, because I decided that I want to apply. I decided in September, and the application deadline was January. So I had September, October, November, December, and January was the application deadline. But in September, I just submitted the, there's this thing called Opportunity Award. I think they have it in every single country. And this is a kind of scholarship that is given to you by the American government if it thinks that you are good enough to receive full financial aid from the university. And this scholarship covers your GMAT expenses, it covers your TOEFL, covers your flight to the States. And my idea was, I'm going to apply for this Opportunity Award, and then if I get it, then I'm going to go and apply to these American universities. So I applied in September, and I only heard back from them at the end of October. It was October 28th. I was sitting in my office. As you know, maybe you don't, maybe you do, but we didn't have a lot of success back then with our business. And I was sitting in my office, and I didn't know what to do. Like, we had this LinguaTrip was still in progress. I didn't know how we're going to launch it and how it's going to all work out. And then I opened my email, and there's Opportunity Award letter, and like, you've been granted Opportunity Award, which meant for me that I can now take TOEFL, I can take GMAT, I can start the whole process. And this is one of the chapters in my book that I talk about. I talk about how I applied for this thing and what it covered. And yeah, when I got it, I'm like, yes, now I'm going to do the whole process. Now I'm going to look for the universities. Now I'm going to start everything. And what was left in terms of time was November and December. And that was it. And these 2 months, I think they were the most intense months in my whole life. Because I had my job, I had my PhD, kind of. I was doing my PhD, but then I decided just to drop it. But anyways, I still had it. What else was there? I needed to find all of the universities. I needed to pass the exams. I needed to, these were a really intense 2 months. And my book is basically about them. Like, how did I prepare? Where did I find the universities that provide full financial aid? All of that. So yeah, this is what the book is about. I actually wrote it this summer. It has photos. It has different stories. It's easy to read, and people who bought it already, I released it in Russian first. They loved it. Like, and I worked on it. I added some chapters. Yeah, great book. Have you read it already? I just released it yesterday. Yeah, thank you. It's not like it's a PDF book, so I didn't want to print it out because it adds up to costs. And I also realized you guys are watching me from like 80 different countries. I want you to be able to read it straight away. Like if you order it, you get it to your email, or you get a link. I don't remember. I think you get an email with a PDF copy, and then you can start straight away. Because you know what? You know what's the most important thing? When you have something in your mind, when you have an idea, for example, I don't know, I want to fly to America, you need to act within the next 5 seconds. You watch this video, right? If you haven't, there is a video, 5-second rule on my channel. Super important. This is my life strategy, my life rule. When you have something in your mind, you should start working straight away. Because you know what your brain does? Is like, oh, you want to work? You know what? Your room is a mess. Take care of your room first and then start working. Because when a brain works, it consumes 25% of a whole energy. And your brain is like that, and your whole body is like that. But this small thing in here consumes 25% of your energy when it's working. So our body wants to make sure that we have some energy. So it tells the brain to stop working. And the only thing to trick it, the only thing to crack this thing is to act within 5 seconds. So if your goal is to get admitted to American universities, like within 5 seconds, you need to start reading the book. That's why I don't like waiting. You know, when you order something on Amazon and you wait for 2 days and then the book arrives and then you have 100 of other things you need to do and you just don't read it. So this is very important. The link for the book is below. It says order my book now, and there is a link. Yeah, I would really appreciate your feedback. If you have any feedback on the book, there is an email, workwithmarina@linguatrip.com, or you can just reach out to me on Instagram. It's Lingua Marina. By the way, a lot of cool photos. Can I show you the photo I just released? Oh my God, it's one of my favorites. Let me show it to you. I just love it. So beautiful. Let me show it to you. Look at that. You see? Oh, come on, focus. Yeah. That's it. This is me. Oh, hello. And this is me sitting on the rooftop of this house where I am right now in San Francisco. Very beautiful. So yeah, follow me on Instagram, Lingua Marina. And if you buy the book and if you have some questions, please feel free to reach out. I don't answer like every day, but I try to go through my messages like maybe once in 2 days. Yeah, the photo is amazing. I'm like, oh, one of my favorites. How can I access the Russian channel? Russian channel is, you type in Marina Mogilko, which is my name, and you're going to see it. It has 210,000 subscribers, which is really cool. The Russians are the best. The Russians are amazing. That's true. You know what I feel here? Like okay, how do I call it? It's not a difference. It's like the way we talk to people, the way we communicate with people. Like when somebody's Russian, you spend 30 minutes with him and then you're like best friends. You can talk, you can discuss any topic, like, I don't know, family or how much they earn, whatever. So you feel closer. When somebody, even like when an American interacts with an American, it takes longer to become closer. That's what I feel. I feel that Russians break this barrier a lot faster, but I don't know. Let me know what you think about your culture. Is that the same? I think this is like Russia, Italy, maybe South America as well, like Brazil, Mexico. It's just a matter of culture. I feel that Europeans and Americans are a little more distant from each other, and then they take a little longer to become closer, but then in the end, it doesn't matter, but this is what I noticed. But yeah, Russians are cool people. Okay, Suggest an amazing novel. What I'm reading right now, a book that I'm reading is about the founder of Walmart. Sorry, I don't know the name, but if you Google book about the founder of Walmart, you're gonna get it. It's everywhere. It's one of the best sellers, and it's really cool. Again, the main takeaway from that book is the art of entrepreneurship and the art of being successful is not saying yes, it's actually saying no. So there are so many opportunities in your life that you can choose from. You can go and study, you can stay in your country and start a business. I don't know, you can spend a year traveling and volunteering. There are so many opportunities, and the most successful people know when to say no. So if somebody offers something to you and you know that you have a plan and this thing wouldn't get you closer to your goal, you just say no. And this is an art. And this is an art that successful people master. And I'm still learning to do that. I'm too kind sometimes. I don't like to say no, but I'm starting to learn that. Tips on remembering new vocabulary. I'm stuck. This is a great topic. I'm gonna shoot a video for like English for beginners. And I think remembering words is something that the majority of beginners struggle with. So I'm writing it down, remembering new words. I'm going to do my research. Like for me, associations work. And by associations, I mean having a picture in front of you with the word. Maybe like another thing, if you are learning proficient words, like, I don't know, a word diploma, you wouldn't find diploma in your room and just put a sticker, but you would find like a window and then you put the word diploma on it, and then your brain, when you try to remember, you remember your window. Like this is a visual memory. Maybe something like this. Or if you're learning just basic vocabulary, you have a lamp and you put a sticker with the word lamp on the lamp. This is another way, but I will do my research and I will tell you what's the best way. But again, it's different for every kind of person, because somebody is visual, somebody's, what is that word? When you like to listen. Somebody is, you know, he likes to read and he remembers. So it depends. His name is Walton. Yes, Walton is the founder of Walmart. Okay. Okay, I'm just reading your questions. Sorry. Thanks for sharing. Beautiful. Hi, Marina. Tell about medical education in the USA. Medical education is tough. You need to study at least 4 years to get a license or whatever. How are you always so happy? How do you deal with stress and bad mood? You make me happy, guys. I think the source of my energy is other people. I just like communicating. I like being out there and talking to you. I like sharing something. I like sharing my stories. I think this is where the energy comes from. And there are days when I don't want to talk to anyone. And for example, yesterday, I was just sitting at home and doing my thing, you know, going through my emails, working on something I needed to finish, like accounting, whatever. There are these days, but I feel completely different during these days. I feel calm and maybe a little, well, maybe irritated, maybe sad, but it's a different Marina. The days when I'm communicating with people, I'm completely different. I think this is because of the energy that I'm getting. I don't know. And in general, I'm just a positive person. I'm trying to keep, you know, there is something I've talked about as well in my videos. When you smile, even if you're unhappy, the brain notices your muscles. And the muscles tell the brain that you're smiling, and the brain is like, oh, maybe something nice is going on, and it becomes happier. This is something that they've done a research on, and they know that works for sure. So just smile. What's your book name? It doesn't have like a proper name. It's like getting in. When you have $100 in your pocket and you want to study in the States, what do you do? It's something like that. It's a long name. Let me tell you. All right. Yeah, study in the US with 2 months to prepare when there's $100 in your pocket and your dream is to go to university abroad. This is basically it. This is what my book is about. And yes, it has two things to pressures. One pressure is money, because I didn't have money back then. I didn't have money for my TOEFL. I didn't have money for my GMAT. And yes, that was one of the constraints. The second constraint was time, because as I said, I had just 2 months to prepare. So this is my 2 months of my life split into actions. Is it a guide? Either way, I look forward to reading it. Yeah, I would say it's a guide. It's like a manual, I would say. That's a better word. It's a manual, but it's not a manual like a camera manual. It's interesting to read because it's a real story. It's my story. I wrote all of that from the beginning to the end, and I edited it maybe like 5 times because I wanted to add and add things. Are you still studying Italian? Italian is something that will be with me for my whole life. It's not like I'm studying it every day. I did a course this summer, and I think the next time I'm in Italy, that's when I'm going to study it. Don't you worry, there can be bad guys when you're meeting new people. Well, you know what? Bad things can happen anytime. Even if you sit at home, something can happen. Yes, there are bad guys, but I also feel people really well. I met a guy who's quite famous in Russia. I was in LA, and we had a meeting with him. And when I looked at his picture, he's really famous, but I didn't know him. So when I look at his picture, I thought he doesn't look really nice. And when we met, I realized I don't want to have anything in common with this person, though he's followed like by millions. And I'm like, no. So, and that was it. Sometimes you can feel people. Also, when people get older, you can just tell by their face whether they're nice or not. Because if they're always unhappy, if they're always angry with somebody, their wrinkles mimic that. And this mask stays on their face. That's why you can tell that this face is nice and kind and whatever, and this face is angry. I don't want to have anything in common with this person. That's because everything, all of our emotions, they stick to our face. And yeah, sometimes I just look at somebody's face and I'm like, I'm sorry, but no. So yeah, you can tell. You feel the energy. This is something, I don't know, energetic, cosmic, whatever. But I can tell whether it's a good person. Did you really write a book? Oh yes, I did. You know, like the funniest thing, how I was writing it. I was writing it on the airplane when I was flying. It was in July, and I think I had maybe like 7 flights in July. 2 of them were transatlantic. And yes, I was writing this on the airplane. I was writing it at home, on the rooftop, whatever. Okay. Sorry. Can you please tell something about either physical education or sports science program in the USA? I would say I have a couple of friends who were studying training in the United States, and they work as tennis trainers. That's all I know. Basically, you need to research your programs. I would say it's a great thing, especially if you have some background in sports. You can get some sports scholarships, which is great. How can I learn English very fast? The fastest way to learn a language is to immerse yourself in it, like go to an English-speaking country. If you don't have this opportunity, then try to create an English-speaking environment at home. And by that, I mean watching English TV shows, switching your phone to English, trying to write posts on Instagram in English, trying to find people to communicate with it in English. I'm sure you have when I studied in Germany, we had this thing called Language Cafe, Sprachcafé, where you could come and talk in any language, and they had different people. Something like that. When I was in St. Petersburg and I wanted to talk to foreigners, I went to the Hermitage, which is a museum in Russia, and I went there and I just chased foreigners. I was like, can I please help you? And they were like, what's going on? But no, in Russia, not many people speak English, and a lot of foreigners just get lost because they cannot ask things. And, you know, I was just there and I was talking and helping them. And I also joined a club that recruited volunteers to help foreigners in St. Petersburg, like do small excursions. That's what I've done. I just tried to practice as much as I could. When you're in San Francisco, how do you practice your English? Do you talk a lot every day? I have so many meetings here in English. I have so many phone calls in English. It's every day. If you're in your office, how do you get the time to practice? Because I work in English, like all of my work. We have a team in Russia, but all of the partners, they speak English. All of the investors, they speak English. All of the banks, institutions, it's all in English here. When I go and get my coffee, it's English. When I was getting down the elevator, I met my neighbor who's American. It's English is everywhere when you're in the English-speaking country. So, and even like my job, especially, it's connected with the English language. What do you study? I study filmmaking. So my bachelor's is actually mathematics and economics. My occupation is running a company, but I also run a YouTube blog, and I love filmmaking. I love everything about visual storytelling, and this is what we learn at the course. And another thing, I just wanted to be in Hollywood. I wanted to experience that culture. I thought, I've done economics, mathematics, whatever. I just want to go there and see how people live in that world where you have Leonardo DiCaprio walking around, or where you have, I don't know, who else is there? Everyone is there. Just go there and experience that culture. And it's different and it's cool. I like it. I'm very new to your channel, and it has quickly become one of my favorites. Thank you so much. A rare combination of clear communication, enthusiasm, and education. Thank you. That's such a great compliment. Thank you, Brent. Marina, can you recommend any good master's program in hospitality management in USA or Europe? For USA, I would look into universities in Florida. There are a lot of hospitality programs. In Europe, I would look at Swiss universities. I've been in Iowa City. How about accent is different to California? I think it's very different. Every accent is different. If you read comments below my last video where we pronounce words, there are people from different parts of America saying that in their state, words are pronounced in a completely different way. And yes, I hope my version of English is closer to California, because this is the language that I hear here all around, like around my place. But yeah, it's different. It can be different. Happy New Year. Almost. It's 11 days. And you know what? Here in the States, Christmas is the biggest holiday. In Russia, New Year's Day is the biggest holiday. So I'm going to have two big holidays. So what are your plans for 2018? That's a great question. So plans for 2018. First, studying. Again, developing myself. I want to get more of this Hollywood thing. I want to shoot my movie, which I'm doing in January, my final project. And I want to do something with singing. I have a guy, I just met him in LA, who writes songs. And I really want to, go and record something maybe, or shoot a video. So something with the artistic part of me, something with media and art. I don't know yet, but this is the direction I'm giving myself in my head. This is number one. Second, I would say travel. This is such a funny part of me. When I'm in San Francisco, I want to travel. When I'm in LA, I want to travel. Like, I need 2 weeks in one place, and then I'm like ready to travel again. How can I speak fluently like you? Practice. That's only practice. That's the only thing. Start a YouTube channel in English. Don't show it to anyone. Just record yourself. Just talk about whatever you want. If you look at my first videos on YouTube, you would be surprised how it's not bad. My English was okay, but it's just another approach to talking publicly. Which one do you like best, LA or San Francisco, and why? This is a great question. I would say San Francisco is still my number one. Why? Because I like people here. It's all about the people, Well, it's about the sun, of course, about the climate, but it's pretty much the same. LA and San Francisco. San Francisco is a little colder. But in LA, you have more of Hollywood, you have more bloggers, but I feel that people in San Francisco are more interesting. People who run companies, people who start their own businesses. I would say San Francisco. But Los Angeles is beautiful in its own way. The only drawback in Los Angeles is that you have to drive a lot. Like if you live in Burbank, where I lived in December, and you want to go to the ocean like Santa Monica, you need to drive for 15 minutes. And during the weekend, it's like 45 minutes. But during the day or during the weekday, when everybody's in traffic, it can take an hour and a half. And in San Francisco is a very compact city. So if you want to get somewhere, you drive like for 7 minutes and you're, there is also traffic, but it's a smaller city. Have you been to Poland? Yes, I've been to Poland. Can you tell anything about Poles? I would say Poland and Russia are very similar cultures. I am from St. Petersburg, Russia. Is it possible to get green card without having any degree? It depends on what kind of green card. I think yes. EB1, they didn't even ask me for my degree. Could you make a more thorough video about the way you got to the USA? I have those videos, guys. I have the first video that you need to watch is about the O1 visa that I got. Just type in Lingua Marina O1 visa and you're gonna see my video. And the second video is about the green card, which is if you type in Lingua Marina green card, you're going to see that. And I think those two videos are very thorough and very informative in terms of how I got my work visa, how I got my green card. Do you ever travel just for fun or all of your trips are business study related? I like to do the most, to get the most of my trips. So I would say, wherever I go, I would do something that is good for my business as well. Like if I travel to Italy, I would visit some schools and study myself. If I travel to London, I would do a lot of business in London because we have a lot of partners. So it's always connected with my work. I think only when I was like 13, I think we went to Turkey with my parents, and this is where I didn't work, just for fun. But even when I go to Thailand, the last time we went to Thailand, which is a vacation destination, we actually went to a place where one of our friends worked, and there's this company, like a travel agency, they have a big office in Thailand. And we just went there and met all of them and worked with them. So I think it's always, because I just don't like, just being a tourist. I want to feel like I'm local. I want to meet people and I want to get the most of my trip. So I would say it's all the time, it's a good, healthy combination of business and leisure. Can you recommend some YouTubers when you learn English? I would say, I don't know how these educational videos work for me. I think they really don't at this stage because I'm advanced. I don't really need to learn stuff. But I just watch Casey Neistat. I watch Vitaly ZDTV. I wanted to highlight him, but then I saw him in LA and I don't know, we didn't have a chance to talk, but he was so weird. And I don't know whether I should recommend him or not. But yeah, I used to watch him. And then there's another girl, Yes Renault. She studied in Harvard and she has really clear English and she reminds me of myself. Maybe that's why I watch her. Which website is good to find professional job? Indeed or any other good one? For the United States, there's monster.com, like monster, like monster. There is, if you want to work remotely, there is upwork.com. There is dice.com. There is LinkedIn. I think those are the websites. Will you sign the book? I'd have to have an autograph. Yes, please come over to San Francisco, sign the book. What is the best way to speak English? I don't know. Speak to yourself, or what do you mean by that question? Very good teacher. Congratulations. I like your videos. Thank you so much. Is it possible to earn money through YouTube channel? If so, how? It is possible. YouTube pays you for how do you call that? They place ads. So when you watch my video, for example, sometimes it stops and the ad plays. So every time the ad plays, I get like a couple of cents. And you can also monetize your blog by product placement. Like, for example, I don't really do that, but sometimes you see that YouTubers get some goods like, I don't know, whatever, Illy coffee. They didn't pay me, but sometimes they pay you to place something with their brand in your video and talk about it. And I know a lot of YouTubers who make a lot of money on product placement. Sometimes you get money for representing some brand, just being their face. So there are many, many ways how you can earn money with YouTube. But the problem is, how do you get the audience that is going to be interesting to an advertiser? Which part of Turkey you went to? Antalya? Yes, Antalya. That's correct. You sound like an American girl, legit. Thank you. Oh wow, somebody wrote something in Spanish. Marina, se puede aprender un idioma en 3 meses. This is like, can you learn a language in 3 months, right? This is so funny how Italian and Spanish are similar. I have this guy from Mexico in my group, and we just talked to him. I talked to him in Italian. He responds in Spanish. This is so cool, and we can understand each other. Okay, but I don't get your second question. I'm sorry. Are there hills everywhere in SF? I can actually show you. Can I show you? Let me show you. Let's do something. I would just need to disconnect my mic. Just a moment. Okay, you hear me now. Okay, I was showing you the hills. See, they go up. And this is, by the way, view from my window. This is like my favorite view. I feel like I'm a doctor trying to show you something. Oh, such a dirty window. I'm so sorry. But yeah, the hills are there. Definitely there. Okay. Yeah, and this is the view. Beautiful, right? There are hills. There is the ocean. There is downtown. There is everything you can think of. Sorry, the sound became worse, right? Or is it okay? All right. Let me read your comments. Is it better? Is it worse? Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Very pretty. Kannst du auch Deutsch lesen? Natürlich. Ich kann auch Deutsch lesen und Deutsch sprechen. Give me one moment. I'm going to connect my mic back so we can hear each other better. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Yes. I'm so sorry. That was too loud. Okay. Guys, I only speak English on this channel. Russian is another channel. Which book inspires you? Books about entrepreneurs. The Walmart book. A book about Paul Allen, the co-founder of Microsoft, is very inspirational. YouTubers are very inspiring. How did you get your American citizenship? I don't have it. I just have a green card. I have a Russian passport. I have handwritten pages of a book. How may I proceed for the next step to print and publish it? I don't know. Well, I didn't go through that path. What I did, I just create a PDF and I'm selling it through my website. If you want to do like publisher and all the fancy stuff, I think you need to find a company that will say, hey, we want to bring you a book. So you need to go to the publisher business. I didn't do that. What's the strangest place you've ever been to? Strangest. Let me think. Like, Oh, there was this small town on the border of Germany and Poland. That was a strange town. There was nobody there. And it was so weird. I just saw something like back from Soviet Union, and there were no people, and it's just the border of Germany and Poland. I don't remember the name, but that was a little weird place. You're going to decorate a Christmas tree. Yesterday, I was in the shop and I was standing in front of a Christmas tree, and I'm like, should I get it or should I not get it? The thing is, I'm going back to LA on January 1st, and then I thought, what? It's like 10 days left. Maybe I should get a Christmas tree. We have a beautiful Christmas tree in our building downstairs. It's like 2 meters long, all beautiful, smells like wood. It smells so good. Oh my God. I had a couple of calls this morning, and I just spent, I think, maybe 40 minutes just walking around the tree and smelling it with my like bank on my phone. That was so funny. Which is the best Arabic country that you've ever been to? I think I've been only to Egypt. I haven't been to Dubai. I haven't been to, what else is there? I've just been to Egypt. Sorry. Do you recommend learn English through stories? Which stories? Like reading? Yes, definitely. It's not mute. No. You don't hear me. Okay. Have you been to Georgia? No. But I really want to. I have so many friends who are like, oh my God, Georgia is the best country in the world that I've traveled to. But no, I haven't been there yet. Morocco, no. How do you plan to spend your time in Christmas? So, my cousin Elena, she was in one of my videos. Her parents are coming from Maryland, and we rented a house by the ocean. So beautiful. And we're going to stay there for a night. This is going to be like a family Christmas dinner. Have you been to Switzerland? Yes, I have been to Switzerland. Both, I think. So I was in Zurich. I was in Bern. I was in Geneva. I was in. There was another city with a university, like a big university. Oh, bad memory. But yes, I've been to Switzerland like 4 times. What are you going to do today? And the second question is, do you have all the presents for Christmas? What I'm going to do today, I am going to work. I still have my luggage from LA. I haven't even unpacked it. I haven't even started. This is what I need to do today. And I want to just, clean my apartment because one of our employees is coming on Saturday. So I want to make sure he arrives in a beautiful place. So I need to clean the apartment. I need to do some stuff for Lingua Trip. I have so many things I need to go through. And Christmas presents, that's a tough topic. I need to get them. And I will probably be getting them maybe like Thursday because tomorrow I have consultations, like higher education stuff. Yeah, so today is going to be busy. Oh, and I'm also releasing a video on my Russian channel, so I need to make sure everything is correct. I need to prepare a post for Instagram. It takes so much time. By the way, Instagram is so time consuming because I started to make it more interesting for you, and I started to write posts, and it takes like maybe half an hour minimum to write something. Do you plan to create Italian-German channel? I don't think so. Not right now. I'm so overwhelmed with what's going on with the studies and all of that. Are you in contact with your family? Yes, every day. This is a very important thing to do. My parents are actually visiting me in February, and then I'm going to Russia. So it's going to be very exciting. What's your Russian channel? It's Marina Mogilko. You won't get a thing, guys. I just speak Russian there. That's why it's Russian. But I like how you comment there. Like sometimes there's this English language comment like, that was great. I didn't get a thing, but thank you. That is so cool. Can immigrants establish a company in the Silicon Valley after completing masters? You can even do it without masters. You don't need anything. So even if you're on a tourist visa, and that's what we've done, we started a company. But the question is, do you really need it? Like, why Silicon Valley? Why not start with your own country? Because you have more connections there. It depends. How many books in English have you read, and which do you recommend? Oh, wow. That's a great question because I I don't know how many books I've read in English. I read almost everything. I try to read it in English. I don't know, maybe 50. I don't know. What I would recommend is How to Stop Worrying and Start Living by Dale Carnegie. This was a really transformational book for me. If somebody asked at the beginning of this live stream why I'm always so happy, and I think I use a lot of principles that he discusses in that book. Like when something is happening, when something bad is happening, you need to stop and think, what is the worst thing that can come out of this? And then you need to come up with a solution to that worst thing. And then you just need to start acting. You don't have to sit down and just cry and, oh my God, the world is ending. Or like, read that book. I would say that is a great book. What about your book? My book is out. You can follow a link below this video and read it. I hope you like it, guys. Why you always speak a lot about Russia? Because this is my home country. How can I not speak a lot about Russia? I speak both a lot. I speak a lot about both America and Russia. Can you say something about the green card? After the Turek, Trump stopped it. Trump didn't stop anything. It's still going on. I don't know where do these news come from. But no, it's all here. If we go to America, is there any chance for us to meet you? Come to San Francisco. There are so many people that meet me just in the streets. They just come up and say, hey, I watch your channel. This is like the best thing, you know, when you meet your subscribers in live. So if you see me, please come up and say hi. This is a great way to meet. Do you recommend to maintain multiple languages? If you can, then yes, this is really good for our brain when we can speak German, English, Italian, Russian, whatever. Can you say something in Italian? Ciao, io parlo italiano. Italia è bella. Io ho studiato italiano per 2 anni, ma io non parlo molto, ma capisco. Okay, I hope that made sense. Hello from Russia. Hello from Turkey. Hi, Marina. I'm an angel. What was the title of the book, please? Oh, the one that I mentioned, How to Stop Worrying and Start Living, Dale Carnegie. Can you say something in Russian? Okay. Всем привет, меня зовут Марина, и добро пожаловать на мой английский канал. That's so funny, like speaking different languages. I don't speak Spanish, but gracias. It's very similar to Italian. That's what I said. I have this guy from Mexico and we just chat to each other. I chat in Italian, he chats in Spanish, and that makes sense. You look and move just like a classical ballet dancer. That's correct. Yeah, I started doing ballet when I was 8 years old. I don't do it right now because I don't have a good teacher here in the States, because here in the States, everybody does yoga. Like San Francisco is a yoga place. So I do a lot of yoga. But when I'm in Russia, I do ballet all the time. I have this nice studio close to my house, close to our office, and I go there like twice a week. Hi from Georgia. Can you speak Arabic? I'm sorry, no, but I can't. Say hello to me. Hey, everyone. Have you ever tried to speak Portuguese? No, never. Do you know Turkish? Do you know au pair program? Yes, I do. You need to have some experience with children in order to take part. Have you ever been to South America? No, but this is one of my dreams, Mexico. You know what? All of my Russian friends who are here in United States, like this Russian crowd is going to Mexico for New Year's, but I can't because you know what? Because I study. So I'm not going to Mexico. But next time. How to get American intonation, please? Just mimic people. Try to repeat. Try to, if you're a singer, like singing really helps. Try to sing. Okay. Somebody says I have no accent in Russian. That's a compliment. No, I speak Russian every day as well, so it's not going anywhere. What is the benefit in creating your startup company in Silicon Valley? that's access to investors, because we were only able to raise money for a startup here in Silicon Valley, because everywhere else in the world, they just said no. They just said our company doesn't make any sense. But then we came to Silicon Valley and raised our money, and people believed in us. And the smartest people are here, the smartest investors with the best connections. Like, we have people from Airbnb and Google, and the best thing we can do is like sit down with them and ask them, what if we do this? And then the guy from Airbnb says, don't do that. We've done that already. Didn't work. Don't waste your time on that. That's the best. That's why Silicon Valley, because it's just the place for you to be if you're an entrepreneur, because everybody is doing something. Sometimes it gets too crazy. Sometimes you just get tired of all of the conversation about raising money and selling the company. But in the end, these people are creating the future. These people are solving our problems, and they have the brightest minds in the world. That's why I love Silicon Valley. It's like I just citated an essay, why I live in the Silicon Valley. What did I do this summer? She's Russian. Yeah, she's Russian. Where is Venya? Venya is in touch with me all the time. Venya is in LA. We actually, Emporia, do you speak Russian? You don't, because today I'm releasing a video with Venya in Russian, but we're going to do another video for this channel when I'm in LA. Can you recommend me some advice to set goals? Have a plan. Try to plan every day. Try to come up with a plan. This is my plan for today. Try to come up with a plan and follow it during the day. And also try to visualize your day. Try to sit down in the evening and say, hey, okay, I'm going to wake up at 10, 9. I don't know. Today I woke up at 9:30. I'm just getting all of that sleep, because in LA I had to wake up 8 a.m. every day. So tired of that. This is not my timetable at all. I need to go to bed at 2 a.m. and wake up at 10 a.m. This is when I function the best. In LA, I had to go to bed at 12 a.m., wake up at 8. This doesn't work for me. The first 2 hours during the day, I'm like that. But yeah, then like 10 a.m., I get my coffee. Then till 12 a.m., I'm working with my mail. Then I get my lunch, blah, blah, blah. So try to visualize that. It makes things easier. Okay. Thanks to you, I have passed my TOEFL. Thanks. Thank you. That's amazing. Okay, some languages that I do not understand. Your SOP videos are great. Thank you. Where do you live in Russia? I live in St. Petersburg. Is it better to learn Russian or Spanish? That's a good question. If I remember it correctly, you're from Poland, right? Russian will be so easy for you. But Spanish is widely used here in the States, South America. I feel if you compare Russian and Spanish, there would be more people speaking Spanish. I'm not sure, but yeah, it depends on your goals. Argentina. Okay, hello. Thank you, Marina. Your channel is very fascinating. Thank you. Say my name. Alian. Ili Coffee. Pubblicità occulta. Okay, pubblicità is advertising. What is occulta? They haven't paid me. I wish they have. Have you found a new apartment in LA? Yes, we have. We rented on Airbnb for 2 weeks. Ach so, ich liebe deine Aussprache von Englisch. Danke. We have a lot of actors. We have a lot of actors from Vienna in our school, and I try to speak German to them. Do you like Western weather? Yes, I do. Thank you, super video. Thank you. Are you into partying? No, not at all. I don't like partying. I think it's a waste of time. I'm into meeting with a small group of people and chatting and exchanging ideas and making those connections. Because when you're partying, you don't make connections. You just dance. And I can dance during a class. I don't like partying at all. And people smoke and people go crazy. Where do you find your motivation? I find motivation in people who surround me. I think I should create a video about it. Okay, everyone from Georgia, hi. All right, guys, I think it's time for me to switch my activity and go back to work, get back to my emails. I have some emails that I need to go through. I need to vacuum clean my apartment. I need to do what? Have lunch. Oh, product placement. Okay, great. Thank you for translation. You see, I'm learning from you. That's a great thing. All right, guys. Next Tuesday, please be here. Next Tuesday, same time, we're gonna go live. And don't forget to watch my new video that is coming out Sunday or Monday. It's Christmas. Monday. All right. Thank you so much, and I will see you soon. Have a great evening or have a great day wherever you are. Thank you so much. Bye.